So you guys, welcome to Level Up. We are so excited that you are joining us. This is going to be an awesome training, and we are excited that you're committed to join us every Wednesday through June at 8 p.m. And you'll kind of learn as we go that there's a few of us directors. So I'm Cassie Trulson, and Marie is my director, and I have been doing this for almost 10 years and absolutely love it. And I am excited to see you guys grow in your businesses as well, just because there's so much that Pampered Chef can do for you. And that is the most rewarding part, is seeing what it can do for you and how it can really change your life. So welcome to Level Up. And if you haven't done already, just share in the chat a little bit about, either you can say anything about yourself you want to share and who your director is or who invited you. And we will go ahead and get started. You'll see me talking, and then Peggy will be talking. Which, Peggy, do you really quick want to just introduce yourself so they know who you are?
Sure. My name is Peggy Larson, and I live in Pennsylvania, and I started Pampered Chef 17 years ago. It's going to be 18 years in this fall. And I started for Pampered Chef because I was looking for some fun in my life, but I needed flexibility because I was a caregiver for my parents. My mom was in a nursing home with Alzheimer's, and my dad was in an assisted living facility with COPD. And I didn't know whether Pampered Chef would work out for me because I had done another direct sales business a number of years earlier, and that just didn't work out because I couldn't get bookings for that. And as we all know, bookings are the lifeblood of your business. But here I am, almost 18 years later, and over $750,000 in sales later. So I would say Pampered Chef is working out for me.
Yes. All right, so guys, we're just going to start out with a little bit of inspiration. So as you can tell, there are many of us working together with us, and we are really excited to have you guys working together to hold each other accountable as well. So first of all, we are going to be a team. Together, everyone achieves more, and that is so true and very important that we are here supporting one another. But just take a look, and I'm not going to read all of the quotes, but take a look and even put in the comments or in the chat if there's something that just speaks to you when you're looking at these. I know that I have the quote, "Today is your opportunity to build the tomorrow you want," up on my wall in my office. And that's because if I didn't come to work every day and do something for my business, my tomorrow is not guaranteed in my business. So you always got to do something for your business every single day, whether it's making contacts or whatever it may be, but it's so important to do that. Okay. And then this is kind of the same thing. Your business is not built in a day, but it's built daily. Basically what I was saying is you gotta do something every day and push yourself, step out of your comfort zone, and it's gonna take some work. It doesn't just happen. I mean, think about where we would be if we could just snap our fingers and what we want is in front of us. That would be awesome, but that's not the case, and it takes work to get there.
So what we would like you to do is to share in the chat what level you are currently at, and then after I review this, what does leveling up look like for you in your business? What do you want to achieve? So level 1 would be being active every month, which is submitting $150 in commissionable sales. Level 2 is reaching the 750 level. And at 750, you get something free from Pampered Chef every month, whether that's a product or something maybe to advertise your business or whatever, but you also get a 2% increase in your commission level. Level 3 is $12.50 in sales each month, and then you get an extra, so that would then be 3% more in commission off of the base commission. Level 4 is promoting to senior consultant. A senior consultant is somebody who has one team member. So you've already got one team member on your team, and we'll go into a little bit more about that in the future in a couple of slides. Level 4 is promoting, level 5 is promoting to team leader. And a team leader has 2 or more team members on their team. And to be a team leader, you also have requirements of meeting $2,500 in your team sales altogether, you and everybody on your team. And then level 6 is promoting to director. A director has 5 team members, active team members, and they need to have a total of $5,000 in team sales. So looking at those different options there, where are you at currently, and what does leveling up for your business? What do you want? It's what you want in your business. Do you want to become a director? Do you want to be a team leader? What is it that you'd like?
And Peggy, do you mind reading some of those comments? I just don't know, with me sharing my screen, how that all...
Sure. Okay. So let me go. Oh, wow. We have lots of people. Oh, my goodness. A lot of people saying different levels. Okay. So
maybe just shout out a few. I don't know.
Okay, Paula, 750 in sales now. Margaret, she's at level 2. She'd like to be at level 3 or 4. Dina, level 6. Very good. Angie, level 4. Melanie, level 3. Damon is currently at 3, and he's working hard to get to level 4. Very good. Then Sandra said she just got to level 6. Congratulations, she just promoted to director then. Pam, level 1. Kim, I am at level 5. Debbie at level 2, but would like to be at level 5. Level 1 from, KO. I can't read who that is, KO. But KO would like to go from level 1 to level 6 again.
You guys got this. You guys can do it. We're here to help you.
So and then we have a lot of other people who also shared as well, but we'll continue on. So thank you so much for sharing that. And you are in the right place to level up your business. Now, this is our hope for you. We are hoping that you will have a willingness to share your business, because that obviously is going to help you level up your business. Personal growth and satisfaction, when I first started Pampered Chef, I didn't realize about the personal growth. I don't think a lot of people think when they start a business like this that they're going to have personal growth, but that is something very definitely that we all experience, is personal growth and a satisfaction from what we accomplish when we set goals and we accomplish them. Consistent habits and systems, and that will help you work smarter instead of harder. So we're hoping through this Level Up series that you will develop systems and develop habits of contacting people, and the way that you run your parties and asking everybody about the business. Accountability. There is going to be an accountability with this. We are asking you at the end, you'll get your homework, and we're asking you to contact your director with your homework and to share that with him or her. And then a stronger belief in yourself, that kind of, to me, ties in a little bit with personal growth, but a stronger belief in yourself that you really can do this. And in Pampered Chef, and believing that this is a great company. You are in the best company right here. And then weekly successes. Obviously, there's challenges, but we also want to hear about your weekly successes. Everything that you do is going to help you move forward.
Okay, and this is a big part of it. This is where I wish Marie was here, because she is so passionate about this, and I love seeing her talk about it. But you are the most important member of your team. And so basically, it's so important to build your personal business first, because that is where you are going to lead your team by example, and you're also going to earn the most commission from that. And so it's very important not to leave money on the table. And so that is why we talk about, you see right below that, the commission chart. It's always important to know where you are, especially when you're turning in that last party for the month. I will be honest, I remember probably my second year doing this, and I think I was at like, I don't remember exactly which level I was, but I remember Marie calling me and saying, oh my goodness, you didn't look, you missed the next commission level by like $5. And that's just silly. So always pay attention to that. If you are really close, maybe you need a seasoning or somebody needs something, you want to add that in so you can earn that extra income. And so always know your numbers, track your sales, and make sure that you're getting paid at your title. We will talk about that a little bit more as we go on, but if you are a senior consultant, you want to make sure that the person on your team is also submitting their orders, and you're getting paid at your level, whether that is going to be a director, team leader. You want to make sure that that's happening. And then your career sales pay raise. I know there's a few people on my team that are really close there, and when you hit $15,000 in career sales, you get a 2% commission increase. Now, 2% doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. If you think about a 2% increase that you would get in an hourly job or a salary job, that may not seem like a lot, but when you think about it per hour, or not per hour, if you think about it like per party, when you're earning $100, a 2% increase is going to be $2, but that's a pretty big increase as it goes on. And you don't ever want to miss that or lose that. And the only way to lose that is if there's 2 months of inactivity. So make sure you're turning in something every month. Earn monthly incentives. Who doesn't want to earn those? Anybody? Raise your hand if you don't want to earn them. Okay, I don't see anybody's hands, because those are always going to help us build our business, whether it's a new product or it's a logo wear. And it just feels so good. It's like Christmas every time you get it in the mail. 2 paychecks a month instead of 1. It's always important to have a paycheck or turning sales in before the 15th, so you get a paycheck on the 21st, and also doing some work at the end of the month so that you are getting a paycheck, your 2 paychecks. And sometimes I know our team gets incentives when they are green by the 15th, so it's important. Promoting and changing lives. Every time you are asking people about the business, you could change their life. You don't know whose life you could change. It could be a very simple thing by helping with their self-confidence. It could be a paycheck that is making a big difference in their family. But once you promote and you're changing lives, you are going to be rewarded for that as well in your paycheck. And the value of the kit is amazing. If you would do the math, you're basically getting everything, or each product is going to be $10. So, and there's so much you can do with that kit. We don't have to buy a storefront. We are paying for the value of the kit is minimal to start your business. And so why not give it a try? And that's what you can tell people, but make sure you know that value of the kit is going to help change others' lives and your own life, because it's very minimal investment to get so much out of it. And we always say work smarter, not harder. It would be really silly for you not to look at your numbers and be off by just a little bit and not get that increase in your commission. Okay. In the chat, I want you to just think of, and you've heard some of them mentioned already, but in the chat, can you put some benefits of helping others start a Pampered Chef business?
Extra income, I'm seeing, meeting new people, increase paycheck, making friends, flexible hours. Oh, it's going fast now. Support system, rewarding to help others, building a team, free products, paying off debt, promotions, coming out of their shells, networking, money, free products. Fun to do the business together, filling extra income or filling in a lost job. Products are great, confidence, pay for kids' tuition, cooking more, paying for college, relieving financial stress in the family. That's a big one. Confidence, extra income, earning trips. Yes.
There's so much, you guys. So don't ever hold back, because you can help others. And also, like I said, you get rewarded for it too. But honestly, it just feels good. It just makes my heart so happy to see the difference that Pampered Chef can make in other people's lives. Okay. Oops, I thought I hit it. Oh, did I hit it twice? No, I didn't. Okay. Go ahead, Peggy.
Okay. So now this chart shows you a little bit about a senior consultant and a team leader. So a senior consultant is somebody who has one team member on their team. So and having friends join your business with you is always a great thing. Particularly a new consultant, we always want to encourage them. Who do you know that you would like to start a business with, to be like a buddy, working together? People who start something like that together actually will stay longer in the business. So you can, whether it's you or whether it's a new team member, you can ask them that. And you do get rewards with the very first person that joins your team. When you are both active, you get a 1% override on your sales and on their sales. So, and again, that might not sound like a lot, but in this particular example, you see that Jen normally would get a base pay of $552, but because she has a team member, she is getting an extra $35 in that example. $35 is nothing to laugh at. You also, now this is an older chart, but you also get 50 Pampered Chef dollars for every new consultant that you recruit when they do their 1250, when they become qualified in their first 90 days. And as a consultant, senior consultant, you get a 20% product discount. Now, as a team leader, that means you have 2 or more people under you. A team leader does have a minimum of needing together with their team $2,500 in sales, but you get a 2% override. So you look at Jen's base commission again of $552, and then you see that override of $80, and that's really starting to add up at that point in time. You also get a 30% discount on products, and there are other opportunities that Pampered Chef gives you for developing your leadership skills. So it really is, one is good, two or more are even better. And then some of you had the aspiration to become a director. A director is someone who has 5 consultants under her or him. And they also need to do a minimum of $5,000 as a team. And the director themselves has to do a minimum of $750. So, and you see a couple different examples where you could have Jen having 5 direct people that she has recruited under her, or in the top example, Jen has 4 people and then one of her people has 1 person under her. And then there's another one where Jen has 3 people and 2 of those people have a team member under them. So however you want to formulate that, you can, but you do need to do the total of 5,000 as a team. So now what do you get with that? You get a 3% override on your team sales, plus you get a $10 per person bonus for every person who is active on your team. So you see in that example there, Jen still has her base commission of $552, but she's getting a 3% override, which is $195. You're talking a lot of money at that point in time. And she's got 5 people who are active, so that's $50. So she goes from $552 to $797. That is a lot of money. You also receive 250 Pampered Chef dollars when you promote. You get special privileges as a director. Directors can actually earn the new products. Most of the time, the director package is most, or maybe it's missing 1 or 2 of the new items that come out, but that's a nice way to get the products, actually to get doubles of the product, because you're able to earn them as a consultant, and then you get the director package as well. So, and there's one other way that you can become a director even if you don't have any team members, and that is to become an elite seller. And an elite seller meets a certain amount of, I believe it's 72, let's see, it's $75,000 in sales, and that's a rolling kind of a thing. They go from a 12-month period, they look at that. And so if you are a very high seller, you can actually become a director without any team members, but that would be doing $75,000 in sales with a minimum of $6,000 per month.
Back to me. So I do want to say real quick too, if you have questions about those things, mark them down now, and we'll have a part at the end where you can ask questions. So if you had questions about team leader, director, anything like that, you can ask us at the end. But this is a big thing here, is that we have what we call the belief triangle. And you can see that it starts with believing. So making sure that you believe in yourself, you believe in Pampered Chef, that we are an amazing company, you believe in their products, you believe in their mission. And once you have that belief, or I like to call it your passion, you get a passion there, and then you're going to start showing that in your actions. You're going to want to share about the business. You're going to want to book parties. You're going to want to make sure you're using the products. You're going to just start working your business every day, all those things. And then you're going to start seeing those results and getting your paychecks, getting those incentives, changing lives. And that's going to strengthen your belief. And so it's going to keep going. But it all starts with you and believing in yourself. And I will say that you're here for a reason. The person that invited you believes in you. So just know that there's a reason you're here. And so that can help strengthen your belief right there. And we're all here to support you. So that we'll keep going back to the belief triangle. It's very powerful. So with that, let's think about, why do you believe people want to book now? And while I'm talking about this, share in the chat, how many parties do you want to hold this week, or even every week? What is your goal? But here are some things on why book now. Sorry, I have to move your faces because I can't see. Okay, there we go. Booking or cooking inspiration. Right now, there are so many people cooking at home. I have this joke in my virtual parties right now that we feel like we've cooked 8,970 meals. And so everyone's looking for something new to make. We're able to help them with that. Family-friendly recipes. I know that I have 3 young kids, and I'm always looking for stuff that they're going to eat, but I'm also going to want to eat. And so we can inspire others with that, and they're looking for those things. They have their kids in their kitchens right now. A fun distraction. There's so much going on in the world right now, and we can offer a lot of fun, give them a distraction. That's why it's so important to have those engagement posts and games in your parties right now. It helps bring a smile and a laugh to people's faces. Do I need to mute someone? Okay. Let's see. Okay, sorry. I just heard feedback or someone talking. Social connections. Right now, online is really the big way that people are getting some social connections. We're not everyone is seeing everybody, and I know I miss those connections, and so it's always nice to be able to check in with each other in these parties and messages and things like that. We're all looking for that laughter. Kind of like I said before, gathering at the virtual table. We all just need each other right now. Fundraisers. We have fundraisers that we can offer to help the Hope Lodges, and we also have for Feeding America. But also there may be some fundraisers that people are needing right now because maybe their organization or their charity is not getting the funds that they typically would need. So reach out to those people. And also, people want to help each other right now. And so those other fundraisers that I mentioned, Hope Lodge and Feeding America, this is a good way to help others, but also kind of a guilt-free way of getting them to purchase for a cause. It's so important. We're all going through cabin fever. We're at home. We want out. We want to have some inspiration for cooking. We want just some kind of fun interaction, all those things. And we just say, the reason why we have the note, please follow the PC promotion of when the party starts and stops. We just put that in a note for you to know that, if the party is scheduled to start on May 31st, you're going off of the May specials. And then you have until June 15th to close that. If you have questions about that, reach out to your director and things too, but we also are kind of using that to help us with your homework. So keep that in mind. And then this little handy dandy tracker is pretty awesome for you to think about building your business. So our slogan, or what we try to have everyone do, is every 4, add 1 more. So what that means is that for every 4 parties you are holding, you should be adding someone to your team, because you're in front of so many people. And right now in the virtual world, think about how many people you're in front of in one party. I mean, there's no way that in-home party someone's gonna have 50 guests at their party, but online they do. And so think about all those people. And so everyone may be in different cycles. You may have 4 parties a week, so you should be recruiting someone every week. Maybe you're having 4 parties in a month right now. You would be recruiting 1 person in a month, but just know that everybody has different cycles. And so you see here, you write down the host name and making sure that you ask the host about the business 5 times. It just helps you do that, helps hold yourself accountable. And I don't know about you, I like a checklist anyway. And then as you're going, think about those rock star guest names, because it's going to help you get that 1 more at those parties. So think about the rock star guests, the people that are commenting, interacting. Maybe they're posting on their own. Curious guest. Maybe someone that's asking lots of questions or even wants to know about the business. A booked guest name. So somebody that is booking the party, and you can see that there's 3 of them there, because how awesome is that to get 3 bookings from each party, especially because if you get 1 booking, you're only replacing that party that you had. But if you are at least getting 2, you're replacing, but you're also growing. And so if you're doing 3, you're growing even more. And if there happens to be a cancellation, it's okay. So basically, keep track of this. And it's in Dash. In Dash under resources, you will find this form. I have a ton printed out in my folder on my desk. So you can do it digitally too. Otherwise, I just am a pencil, paper kind of gal. All right, Peggy, back to you.
Okay, so why would people want to join Pampered Chef today? First off, now is the perfect time to work from home, because that's where lots of people have to work. We have we have exactly what people need, and that's kitchen products, because everybody has to cook right now. So they are finding that, maybe they don't have the tools that they need, or their pans are all scratched up, or they've got a rusty whisk or something like that. So they're realizing that they need things because they are at home cooking. Pampered Chef actually went up, I think the figure was 300% in sales in the month of May. So people are out there and they want kitchen products. It's also good if somebody needs income very quickly. They can sign up and in a week do a party, submit a party, and then within 2 or 3 weeks they will have a paycheck, so they don't have to wait a really long period of time to get paid, because we get paid twice a month. People need high quality kitchen tools. No kitchen has been turned into a bedroom or some other room in the house. We still all have kitchens, and that is where the family gathers together. You can work for yourself, but not by yourself. So think of it. You have the whole company of Pampered Chef behind you. They do the market research. They develop the products. They bring the inventory in. They ship the inventory out. They provide all kinds of training through Dash and the Teach Me webinars and all of that type of thing, and what's on Consultants Corner. They provide all of that for you. All you need to do, or a new person joining the business, they just need to buy the kit, and then they need to use the resources that Pampered Chef has available for them. So you have this big, huge company, and it is supporting you. And then, of course, you have your team members that are supporting you as well. So you have other people of like mind and like interests that are doing the business that you can ask questions of. Also, then there's the need something fun for yourself. That's the reason that I had started. Sometimes people just need something for themselves. I remember having a lady on my team. She had three little ones under 6 years old, and she loved her kids to death, but she loved going out to do the parties because she got to have some adult time, some adult fun. And when we do a party is always fun. So not many people can say that about their jobs. And then we have our business, the box. It comes with everything. It comes with products. It doesn't come with weirdo products or anything like that. They're basic kitchen tools: garlic press, batter bowl, rock crock, different things that people can use. Now, the important thing is to offer the opportunity to everyone and don't prejudge. I remember a number of years ago, I saw on one of the Pampered Chef pages, a 91-year-old lady had signed up to do Pampered Chef. Like, who would have thought that? But somebody asked and she said yes. So you never know. A lot of times we think, oh, that person is too busy. You hear about they've got a full-time job, they've got kids, they've got this and that, and the activities that they're doing. I remember a consultant that I knew of. This woman was going for her master's degree. She was a full-time teacher. She was getting married, so she was planning her wedding. She was buying a house at the same time, and there was something else this woman was doing. And she decided to start Pampered Chef, and she had a very successful Pampered Chef business. Sometimes they say that the busier a person is, the more they can kind of handle. So you don't want to prejudge and say, oh no, that person's too old, that person doesn't know anybody, that person doesn't have any friends, that person's too busy, that person's got too much money. You know, what do they need Pampered Chef for? Maybe they need Pampered Chef for a social outlet. They don't need it for the money, but a social outlet. So you do want to ask everybody. If you don't ask, then two things are happening. Number one, you have taken that decision away from the other person, and the decision that you have put in place is a no. So let the other person say the no. Ask the person. If they say no, okay, that's fine, but ask them. And you want to ask your host 5 times. And I don't think that it's this particular training, but I do believe that we go over the 5 different times when you want to ask your host. I remember hearing a story of someone who had asked, the consultant had asked their host 5 times. They said no, 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 no. And then 2 weeks later, the person called up the consultant and said, you know what, I'm going to do this. So you just never know. So you're planting a seed with people. That is what you're doing when you're asking. And as you're going through different posts in your party and whatever, you're dropping a seed about how you have tax deductions, or the food tax deductions, or your computer or cell tax deductions, or whatever. Just dropping little seeds throughout your show.
Okay, so I am just going to talk about this chart and a difference that a year can make. I'm not going to go into all the details because you can look at them there, but this just shows, like, look at leader number 1. The end count means how many people were on their team in October of 2017. And at the end, they ended up with 105. Look at the organizational sales, not quite 2,000, and made it to almost 79,000 in a year. Even having 0 directors to having 8 directors on their team. And look at the paycheck increase, you guys. $441 to $9,145. And you can see there's very similar stories as you're looking. But the big thing that we want you to know is that it's never too late to be great. Maybe you're just starting your business, and it's amazing what can happen in a year. As long as you're working towards your goals, you're working every day, you're making systems, all of those types of things, your business can grow exponentially. And so just don't be down on yourself. Just know that great things can happen. And here's some proof of some of these awesome leaders that just working their business and they're getting a lot out of it and changing lots of lives along the way.
And I just wanted to say, these are actually real people. This wasn't something that was made up. This was actually real people who did this.
Yes. And with that being said, there was a time where they did have their names on there, and we know some of them. So just know it's always very possible. What you put your mind to and how your mindset goes is where it's going to take you. The sky's the limit, you guys. All right, here are a couple things. We will be sharing this with you guys because you were here on this call and committed. We will be adding you to our Level Up group that we are in the process of creating, but we will put the homework on there as well. But here's some awesome resources, and this will be part of your homework to look at some of these. So the dash is very important. There's so much that it walks you through. I love the words that it gives you. Right now, the customer service stuff is really helping us, but there's a lot of things on there, and you can do it on your own time. What we want you to do is take note of your points right now. Like look tonight, look tomorrow, and start increasing your point level. We're going to see who increases the most. I don't know about you, but I like a little friendly competition. So we're going to do that, and I'll do it too because I like the accountability there. Teach Me webinars. These are pretty awesome and pretty spot on for the time that we are dealing with right now. So there's bookings from Steven, and these are links. I will make sure that the links get copied to you guys. And so he's amazing leader. And then the virtual party 101 and 201. Just some great little tips. I always pick something new up from every virtual party training I do. And just know that during this time was when Zoom needed to increase their security. So on virtual party 201, where it says password, that really is the password. They're all strange. Trust me, I'm also a teacher, and giving kids these weird passwords was tricky. So I want to take note of that so you all know that. PC team training. If you guys haven't been to this website, I can show you it at the end. But the password is 2020 Vision. And Patty, Marie, and Nancy Jo have some awesome things on there. You can scroll through the homepage, or you can go into specific topics and even use the search to find things. I personally have been really inspired by Danny. She is on the homepage of there. The reason I'm inspired is because she has these amazing systems in place, and we all have busy lives, and these systems just make her business run so much smoother. And so I'm really impressed with the forms, the things she does daily. And so check that out, especially if you're a very busy person and trying to manage a lot. It is kind of set up for you. Virtual PC Team Training Facebook group. We also have a Facebook group there that gives you some graphics. It has words on there. Some of you guys may be a part of that group. I know I've also used some of those things and have put it in my team page. So if you're not a part of it, we can add you, or maybe you'll see it on our own team pages as well. So we'll show you those at the end. I'm one of those people, I don't like to keep going back and forth from screen to screen. So I figure I'll show you guys those things at the end too. Oh, and something else I want to add about Dash is look at their resources. The resource tab, they have so many forms like that. Every 4 add one more. They have just a lot of great information in there that you can use.
Okay, so the important thing is that you are moving ahead. It's not how quickly you move ahead, but that you are doing something every day for your business. It's not the big moves, it's the small moves. You know, it's kind of like the tortoise and the hare kind of a situation. You want to develop habits of making 5 contacts a day, and 5 contacts is when you get a response. So maybe you've messaged 10 people or 15 people, but you've gotten a response from 5, so that's 5 contacts. So you want to be doing something like that, doing little incremental things. That is what is going to build your business. It's not some big huge thing. It's taking a Dash course and doing a couple Dash courses a week or a day, depending on what your schedule looks like. But the more you learn, the more you're going to earn. And just doing something for your business every day, reaching out to people or learning something new, is going to actually help you level up your business.
Thanks, Peggy, for that. So you guys, this is our call to action. These will be your homework things. I'll go through it with you. So just know what you do now will give you a paycheck on June 22nd. And usually direct deposit, it's really June 21st, or at least in my instance. So these are some things to know. We have in pink are the things that are kind of your minimum. And so but we have a bullseye, meaning that if you do that, you're going to grow even more. And so this is where we're thinking 2 additional shows for June. So you'll just message your director and say, hey, booked my 2 additional shows for June. Give us the dates. There you go. That's your homework. And your bullseye would be to have 4 starting on Friday or whatever day you start your parties on. And I know that seems like a big goal, but you know what? Virtual parties, the nice thing is you could book them tomorrow and start them on Friday. I mean, it really does happen. So just know that's kind of the goal, is to get as many on your calendar as you can. At least 15 to 25 two-way contacts. Now, we want to say like 15 is basically going to be your minimum, but if you get more than that, like your 25, that's going to be your bullseye. And I want to just share the importance of a two-way contact. So if you don't get a response, that doesn't count. You have to have a conversation, at least them saying something back, right? And we will go through this a little bit more in our next call, but just remember, if somebody doesn't respond, it doesn't hurt to reach back out and just say, hey, I just wanted to see if you got that message. I know I mentally respond all the time. Or I think about honestly, when I look at a message and I put my phone down thinking I'm going to respond, and then I have a kid or numerous kids at my feet, and so I forget. And so that's human. And so it doesn't hurt to check back and just ask if they got the message. And also, if they say no, you always want to ask, is that no, not right now, or no, never? I usually ask, um, is there a certain month that I could check back in, or could I check back in a couple months? Is there something on your wish list that you want on a special? Things like that, because then you can put them on your calendar for the future to check back in with them. Look at the resources. Oh, let me go back to that. You're going to keep track of your contacts. You can easily use a notebook. You could use a tracker. You can look on different Facebook groups, or if you're reach out to your director, they may have one. But basically, you just want to put who you've contacted and their response. And it's a good thing to know your numbers, like how many people are you having to reach out to get so many yeses or to get so many responses. And it's also good to know who to follow up with in the future. So you'll send that picture to your director by Tuesday night. You can also post it in our group that we are starting, because I'll tell you, if you post it, it's going to remind everyone else to do it, maybe even hold them accountable and motivate them. Look at the resources and trainings that you need. So we didn't want to assign certain ones to you. We wanted to make sure that you do what you feel like you need. So we'll share those with you. But also know there is a new Teach Me webinar every Wednesday. And so those ones are always good too. So just tell us what you watched or what you did and share some takeaways with your director. We'll also put a post in that group where you can share those as well. And like I said, with your dash points, note where you are now. And then on the next call, one of the opening things will be, how many points did you increase? And so a little bit of accountability there. And then you will have a coaching call with your director by Monday night. So either your director will reach out to you or you reach out to them too, and we'll come up with a time to schedule, probably about a 20-30 minute coaching call to see what your goals are and hold you accountable and help you with what you may need. And then our next meeting is on June 10th. So next Wednesday, same time. And we'll give you that Zoom link once you get your homework done. And then I'm going to show you those things quick, but maybe even before that, do you guys have any questions? You can unmute yourself and ask any questions that you may have. And with that, I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that we can see everybody. Oh, Sarah, I see your question. Do we accept a maybe response? Yeah, I mean, that would be a two-way. But obviously you want to know, why are they saying maybe? Like, what does that mean? Any other questions, you guys?
I have questions, and I've written to home office, and I've not gotten responses. They say in the emails that they'll get back to you within 48 hours, and they've not.
Right now, it's going to be more like a week, I believe, is what it said.
It's embarrassing because people have spent a lot of money, and they've not gotten their products, and I submitted a show on April 29th, and they're waiting for their products. And again, at least in my experience, there are some people that had absolutely no interest in spending a lot of money because they've lost their job, and it's just this whole mindset. So you've got to work through that. When I do have these, a sale where it's a substantial amount, I'd like to at least give them a little bit more information than what I am.
Donna, what I'm going to say to you is, did you look at the stir and
Sure.
all the stuff for the customer care things? There's a lot of things that
Right. What's on back order and so forth. Yeah. And I mean, the air fryer should have been available.
But you have to remember that it's not just a Pampered Chef thing at all. It took me 6 weeks to get a Norwex order. And so it's just kind of how it is. How about you reach out to one of us and we can help you through that more on a,
Okay.
because it's kind of a
No,
case.
I mean, I gave her some answers that they're sanitizing and that, they've got the 2 shifts and that I am going to write them and, give them the order and the party number and so forth. So, I mean, I'm addressing it and she's okay with it. However, I just felt a little bad on that account.
I think it's just typical in our world right now with everything being so crazy.
Sure.
And I will be honest, I think we're more worried about it than our customers. I mean, we're worried about how they're going to respond. But I will say you're going to have maybe a bad apple. But I have had very good understanding as long as we're upfront with them and they understand. I haven't had anyone that's been really upset, even though I was more worried about it.
Donna, feel free to reach out to me. It's Patty. So feel free. You're more than welcome to reach out to me. Yeah. I mean, they are doing everything in their power.
I do.
We got this.
My passwords and all.
We got it. Crazy. We are doing something right. I'm telling you. It's crazy. People are jumping in the boat. Get in the boat, people.
Oh, that's the crazy thing is you think about all this stuff with the pandemic, but then we have a 300% increase in sales. So
Crazy.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So could you imagine what that looks like? I mean, they showed us, and I don't know if it was on your call, but I know it was on my call, that they had their docks, where the trucks go in and out. Did they show you on the call there? Yeah,
they did.
It was crazy. I mean, they're like full. One pulls out, one pulls in. I mean, they're just like full. They're getting an inventory all the time. Things are shipping out. So it's crazy. And they're doing the best that they can. So there's a lot going on in that warehouse.
And one thing too is at least it's not toilet paper. When you think about going to the store and you really